What's happening, good people? What's going on with you? Hope you're having a great Monday. We'll recap the weekend, see what you did the weekend, and talk about some politics. Talk about some of the politics that happened over the weekend. My goodness. All these forums. Well, we got more forums now in this election cycle than I've seen in a while. The Alliance for something, something, something is having a debate. The good government, so and so and so and so, is having a forum. The good people at so and so and so are having a forum. Big Diddy get a bitty and Big Bitty 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 is having a forum, and you need to come. But one thing I will say about this year's forums for politics, people showing up. I was glad to see over the weekend, especially Friday, the folks showing up for the forums over at Suno at the Millie Charles building. That was for, let me see, they had the clerk of court, mayor, and for sheriff. But I do have questions because I went to one as soon as I got off Friday when I told y'all bye. I went over to Suno, saw a lot of folks out there. Glad to see all the folks. If I miss your name, I apologize. But I saw a lot of folks that we know that came out to see and participate. At some point in time, we're going to have a conversation with Shedrick, because Cedric went out there and asked the question, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he did. He said, can somebody please address this email? I need y'all to address this email. Then you heard everybody say, you're out of order? You're out of order? So we'll try to get in contact with Cedric today. Find out what had happened. I was walking in when it happened. And then as I was walking in, Cedric was walking out of there. So we'll try to figure that part out. See what he's talking about. That'll be interesting. And then, of course, we are hearing that there was some things and some fireworks that happened with some of the other panels, but I'm glad that they got it all out their system. Say what you got to say, do what you got to do. Nah. But I had a question for many of the folks that are going to these panels. And I think the first thing that I had to ask you was, are you getting anything out of them? That's number one. And then number two, are you believing what's being said? Do you believe what the candidates are saying? How about that? Is that a good question? Because I can tell you a lot of the stuff that's being said, because I know some of the stuff that they're talking about. And when those candidates answer the question in some of those forums, and I'm not talking about just any in particular forum, because I could name some, but I don't want to put nobody on the spot here. I'm listening to some of the answers, and I'm like, what? Did you answer the question? Did you make that boo-boo up at the same time? I think you did. Oops, there's boo-boo coming out of your mouth. Get your towel, or put a diaper on your head because you got boo-boo coming out of your mouth. That would look strange, huh? I'm going to say that. I can almost guarantee you, Ron.
Definitely.
Because I said, get you a diaper and put it on your head because there's boo-boo coming out of your mouth. Somebody is going to say that on one of the forums. Let me repeat it so they can write it down. Get you a diaper and put it on your head because there's boo-boo coming out of your mouth. I'm serious. Somebody going to say it. Watch. Somebody going to say it. But I was sitting there going, that's not the answer. I got to tell you, some of the stuff that's coming out of the mouth of some of those folks, I mean, it's actually comedic. I don't see, now this is what I don't see. I don't see how they do it. Because I'm sitting in the back. Now. I'm not even trying to sit in the front. I need to have some space where I can just roll over on the floor on it because I'm cracking up laughing. So I just sit in the back because I'm cracking up.
You rolling over on the floor. That's a visual I didn't want to see. You rolling.
Boo-boo coming out of your mouth. Put a diaper on your head, on your face, because you got boo-boo coming out of your mouth. Yep. And I'm sitting in the back going, what? Even in some of, well, I'm gonna leave those alone because, you know, the mayor's folks, they get, those running for mayor, they get upset when you start talking. They call you afterwards.
It's getting kind of,
you in the back laughing. Was you laughing at my answer? Yes, boo-boo.
It's getting kind of nasty.
It is nasty. It's nasty. It's getting there, but it's nasty. It's already nasty. So I don't know. Let me go to the phone. Well, you got to take the break first.
Let's get over this first one.
Hold on. We're gonna take this break first, and we'll come back.
All right.
More coming up, y'all. Everybody hold tight. It's boo-boo coming out of your mouth. Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, sir.
That's right. It's party time each and every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on WBOK. It's the Throwback Throwdown with DJ Wick as he brings you the best in old school from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the early 2Ks. Plus, the party goes to another level at 9 p.m. with the Throwback Throwdown Party Mix to round out the night. It's the Throwback Throwdown Sunday nights at 7 p.m. on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Are you passionate about community safety and police accountability? Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Get the facts and stay informed. We're breaking down complex issues, highlighting community voices, and holding people behind the badge accountable. Join us for an informative hour every Friday at noon on WBOK. Your city, your police, your show. The Monitor's Mic.
Hey, New Orleans, look for important changes to your natural gas service. This summer, Delta Utilities takes over for Entergy Gas with a Louisiana-born, Louisiana-based approach to safe, clean, reliable natural gas. No interruptions or rate changes due to the transition, just dependable service and modernized technology to keep you running smoothly. Get to know us at deltautilities.com and stay tuned for more later this summer. Delta Utilities, focused on natural gas, committed to New Orleans.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
This is Andronica Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, right back at you. That's what we do. We get right back at you. Joining us in just a bit, she's on her way. Of course, y'all know school is back in, so we got to give her leeway to get those kids together. As a professor over here at Xavier University, Dr. Shepard should be joining us shortly. Mr. Elmo.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
Man, I feel so good to talk to you again. I ain't talked to you in about a week, man. Like, you keep on saying you just talked to me, but again, my schedule is I haven't been able to talk like I normally do, you know?
You haven't been able to talk to me again?
Yes, sir. Been a while, buddy.
How long would you say that was?
Oh, it's been more than a week, buddy.
You know, I talked to you Friday, right?
No, sir. Not me Friday. I was look.
Mr. Elmo, you tell me that every time I talk to you that I hadn't talked to you.
Yes, sir. Look. Listen, you know my voice. Very distinctive voice. You didn't talk to me Friday, brother.
I know you.
No, you didn't, brother.
All right, Mr. Elmo, what you got?
How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you?
Well, look, the thing that pressed me is when you look at, and I would never dare try to embarrass any candidate running for mayor, councilman Lodge. But you know, this is the thing. I mean, this is obvious. Take like New Orleans East, blighted housing, not adequate lighting in areas like you should, trash pickup. It's obvious. New Orleans East need more police protection. Come on, man. I mean, it's ridiculous. These are obvious things. Now, this is the question I need to ask. I know everybody can give me a company line. I'm sure if I'm running for mayor, I'm going to tell you what you want to hear, but that's not fair. Do we have the adequate funding for that? That's the thing. Well, if you have the adequate funding for it, why those things are not being done? Adequate housing, affordable housing for people who's ready, leasing, blighted housing, lighting, trash pickup, more police protection in New Orleans East. That's obvious. I mean, what's the problem? I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, I probably won't. I know you might have a candidate on, and I mention your names. He'll give you the company line. But what needs to be asked, don't tell me what you're going to do. Do you have the money to do it?
All right, let me give you an idea.
What you're going to do.
Let me give you an idea. This is what I would do. First of all, I would go and get all of my zoning correct for brick and mortar homes, not just an apartment or something as a high rise, because New Orleans East, the folks that live there, pretty much are proud of the fact that is a neighborhood of brick and mortar, meaning homes, and got some of the best and prettiest homes out there at, I think, a very good price. But they also have some blight. So one of the first things that I would do is to go to my folks that handle NORA, the folks that handle blighted issues, the people that know all of the paths or all of the lots that are available in New Orleans East. Second thing that I would do is to look at those lots that are been taken over before I sell them. I would use them to put them back in commerce, but I would use them to do a smart idea. How this is done, I don't have all the answers. I would have to sit into some of those zoning meetings, some of those blighted meetings. I would have to sit in those meetings. But the idea would be, instead of selling them to just anybody from all over the country that wants property and let it sit there and do nothing with it, is to be able to take those properties and instead of trying to auction them off, is to hold them and get me a developer. That developer would work for the city and would be working for the city to develop homes in the city, for the city to house these folks that we would call police officers, new hires. So an incentive for new hires would be, not only are we going to pay you a salary, but I can also provide you a place to stay. Well, you would see police officers coming everywhere, but you would be responsible for the upkeep of the home. You would also be responsible for the taxes. The taxes for that house might be a little higher because that's how the city would end up over 30 years recouping the cost of that home and developing it. So it's a win-win because now I have a body working for the city and putting them in an area that we know we need police officers. Secondly, I'm going to recoup some of my development money because of the fact that you're paying higher tax wages for them. Now, don't ask me with that higher tax. It might be cents on the dollar, but it's going to be for 30 years. You're more than likely going to recoup that because nobody that buys a home is just paying the cost of the home. If I offer you a home for $200,000 over 30 years, you more than likely paid $600,000. So we're going to recoup the money anyway. And then third, I would be looking at and seeing how can we offer that all over the city. That would be a trial and error over the time period in one era, which would be New Orleans East. But how could I do that in Algiers? How could I do that in Lakeview? How could I do that? And doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be patrolling in those areas. That's just where you'll be living. So, I mean, that's incentive. Hell, you telling me I'm going to get a house? Okay, I'm done. Go ahead.
Well, Gerald, now look how sharp and very meticulous what you said. I mean, why nobody else can see what you're saying? I mean, this is the thing. I mean, and I guess it's frustrating for me, please forgive me, that you saying very, very, very meticulous, very sharp, very down to earth. You don't have to be that.
No, that's not. That's just thinking innovative. Look, it's a whole lot.
I know, but it is.
But it's a whole lot more that goes to that than just what I said. It's a whole lot more that goes to that.
I understand that, Gerald, but why no one else can say it? I mean, I heard no one else saying that. So what I'm saying is, I think what it is, we need to have someone that runs for office that's a mainstream guy. Don't have to be a career politician. Don't have to be a lawyer. But someone that understands government, how it works, and understand the needs of the people. And stop being political correct on saying things that sound good legally when all you're doing is just trying to cover your what.
Now,
and that's the thing that bothers me.
We all know that housing and trying to find a place to stay, it's expensive. So if I can put together a plan to rehab homes in New Orleans East, I'm bringing in the type of person, and let me say this too, because people get a little sensitive when you say different things, then they try to read through it. I'm not telling you that I'm looking at every person and saying, oh, I'm also going to be judging you on the type of particular antics you have or records you have. We're not doing that. We're talking about folks that are going to be police officers or want to be police officers that will be able to handle all the day-to-day issues and also sign a contract for a certain number of years to be there. You're not going to get a home and then think that you're going to, walk away in a year. This ain't that type of deal. This is the type of deal that if you're looking for a place to stay, a place that you could call your own home and be a home owner, you have to keep that property up. You have to pay the taxes on it. You got to pay the insurance on it. You got to make sure that all the necessities, including all of the maintenance, are taken care of. It's a responsibility. That shows you what type of responsible person you're going to get. Don't do it if you don't think you can. So that's what I'm talking about. And nothing like first-time home ownership. Because you know what you're going to end up getting? A whole bunch of young folks that's going to be there for a while. 35, 40-year-olds. Yeah.
Well, again, Gerard, I mean,
Dr. Shepard says she want to be a police officer.
I did not say that.
But look, I need to ask you one more thing. If you don't mind me asking something. Yes, sir. In the future, will you have a sports format in the future?
Wait a minute, do what now?
Well, in the future, will you have the brothers that will do the sports for the Saints? Will they come back like on a weekend basis?
I don't have that answer, sir. I really don't.
I got you.
If I did, I'd be more than happy to tell you, but I don't know.
Yes, sir. But I just asked the question because I thought maybe in the future.
Look, if you don't ask, you don't know.
Yes, sir. You're right. I appreciate you.
I wish I could tell you, though. But,
thank you, brother.
All right. Appreciate you much, Mr. Elmore.
All right, buddy. Thank you, man.
All right. How come Mr. Elmore tell me every time that he hadn't talked to me?
Say it again.
I'm trying to figure out what Mr. Elmore said he didn't talk to that. Am I going to see now?
We talked to him last week. I was here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So he said, man, I ain't talked to you. You just talked to me Friday.
Yeah. And Thursday when I did your show.
So you did call.
Yeah. He said the same thing.
But I didn't. So I ain't crazy.
No.
Okay.
Well, you crazy, but.
See, that ain't good. That ain't good at all.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I thought my mic was still off.
It's on.
So.
Hi, G.
Well, wait a minute. What had happened was. You didn't. You agree with him?
But.
Ain't that sad? How art thou?
I'm doing okay, G. Everything is going. It's just going and going. That's all. But it's going well. I'm getting prepared for my Katrina conference, so.
We got to talk about that.
Yes, we have to talk about that. Where's my bell? I'm going to move it so you can't take it from me.
Don't worry. I'm coming across the table.
So that's all. I mean, we are inside of a week of Katrina 20 events. And so I just came from the Mahalia Jackson Theater, Taproot. The organization Taproot has had a day of events over there. Let's see. I could shout out some folks. So I'm going to have to open it up in my phone. But there's a bunch of Katrina 20 events happening all throughout the city. And mine in particular is on Saturday at Xavier University inside of our University Center from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock.
And that's on?
That's on Saturday, August 30th.
So on Friday, let me go ahead on and give you what we're going to do Friday on the air. For those of you that want to know, my special guest to do the entire show from 4 until 6. He'll be on the phone because he was here over the weekend. Speaking at some churches in town. But on Friday, you will be able to talk to as well because he wants to take telephone calls. Ray Nagin will be doing the show.
That sounds like an exclusive scoop is what that sounds like.
Everybody is trying to get Ray Nagin to speak and do their radio and television shows. We exclusive.
That's major. That's major.
That is absolutely amazing, G. I'm trying to think about how I could play that. Because, on Friday, I also have the...
how you can play it?
Because on Friday, I also have the Katrina 20th celebration that starts inside of the lower 9th Ward. Oh, you say because he's not coming in.
Not coming in.
Right, but I'm trying to be in the, in the space, Because on the 29th...
Did you say in the space?
Yes, I'm trying to be in the atmosphere
of
when he calls in.
I see you worshiping.
Yeah, I'm trying to be in the space.
Hallelujah, young lady, but go ahead.
Amen. On the 29th at 11 o'clock, I'm going to be at Cess's or for the New Orleans
4-5?
commemoration, Katrina Commemoration Foundation, and the Hip Hop Caucus that I would say is spearheaded by Sess. He's having their event. They usually meet at Jordan and Galvez in the Lower Ninth Ward at the levee break, and they're gonna have their press conference. They're gonna have the signs with the names of victims. They'll read their list of demands. I'm gonna have a poster display made by me, Dr. Atwater, and some of our students about 20 years since Hurricane Katrina. So that's going to be on the actual levee wall, like by the breach. We'll have the research with their stuff, and that's at 11 o'clock. And then after they do that, then they're going to second line all the way down to Hunter's Field.
From the Lower Ninth?
From the Lower Ninth Ward. All the way down to Hunter's Field. This is not the first time that they do it. Okay, so they're going to do that. I'm going to be packing up my research, heading down to Hunter's Field to set up the same display. I'll probably do a little, come on, I'll probably cut a little bit of a rug, but I got to be responsible for that research that's going to be, on stands out there, those poster displays. So then I'll take those and I'll bring them down to Hunter's Field and display them again. And so that's on the 29th. So I'm just thinking about how I could play this so that I could also wind up in the vibes of you and the Honorable Mayor Ray Nagin.
And I got to find some folks out too. I should have called him yesterday, but I was rolling with the sheriff, of course.
Of course.
Got invited yesterday to be a part of the big, and I got to tell Bishop Jonathan Everett, well done, young man, well done. He preached yesterday at Rock of Ages, which is the old Franklin Avenue, and all the folks that he had to be a part of that, including former Superintendent Compass.
Oh,
wow. Who spoke.
Come on.
Also had former Lieutenant General Honore.
What? I would have fanned out. See why you didn't tell me? You probably didn't tell me because I would fan out, huh?
They would have stopped you at the pulpit. Get her out of here. I would be like, no, I do not know who she is.
These are the people I fan out over. Like, what? The general?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He was there in person.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And they were just talking about folks who, were part of that. Even though he didn't say too much, they recognize Arnie Felco, who comes in here on Tuesday through Thursday, who does his show. They recognize him of being in that water. I'm trying to say, there was a lot of police officers in there that were, a part of that research of who went in that water to get folks.
Right.
And
who were heroic.
Yeah.
The people who are heroes.
They were there. And let me see. Troy Henry was there. He was there. Somebody else that was in that water, and this is not a political speech, it is a well-known fact that he was, and that was Oliver Thomas. He was there yesterday.
Oh, man. I just wound up seeing, now, because this is my research, so now my TV and my algorithm knows that I'm interested, so it's sending me information. So I saw some raw footage from this is maybe a month or two, maybe it was 6 months after Katrina. I think it was still 2005, and they interviewed Oliver Thomas, and he did such a great job of being able to explain things. And this was on 2020 or 60 Minutes or Dateline or something like that, and they were talking to him about or getting his reaction and response to what happened on the Greater New Orleans Bridge between the Gretna police and people who were trying to leave out of the city. Oh, he did a phenomenal job. I wanted to tell him that I saw him there, and I know he was also rescuing people from out of the waters too. Yep. So, I mean, I know that because we're inside of this place where we're about to, we're in pre-election time that it could sound political.
Yeah.
But at the
That's
same
not
point in
political.
time, I
That's
feel like
just truth.
you just have to give people their credit for
Right.
what they've actually done.
And
You
trust
know?
me, they do not want to give him credit for nothing.
Yeah, but the thing is, the people see. It's just it's the same thing as so many of the people that you name. We all have that memory, so we know who did what during the times that matter.
Well, also tomorrow, there's another little thing I need to tell you what's going to happen with the show tomorrow.
Okay.
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
So one of my friends that will be here tomorrow is Katie Weiss. Katie Weiss is the national correspondent for CBS Mornings.
Okay.
For the CBS national show.
Yes.
She will be here tomorrow to do the show with me.
Oh, go ahead.
She wants to hear these stories from the people that were here before Katrina.
Yes.
So she'll be sitting in your seat.
Oh, wow.
And they'll probably more than likely be filming.
Oh, so you already know what's about to happen. I teach tomorrow. So I'm going to just like stick my little head. You know what I mean? Like just, yeah. I might just so happen to be in the neighborhood.
Like, what's up? How you doing? You are? Good to meet you.
No, I actually think that I teach tomorrow from 4 to 6:30. So I'm going to miss it, but send love.
You see my face.
I might call in,
She's going to be talking to all the folks that
beautiful.
were a part of Katrina, and not talking to some of the folks that left, of course, but she also wants to talk to those folks that have stories to tell regular Joe Blow people.
Right, of course.
And then I need to get some folks that I want to also be within that genre of people talking to him. And I have not talked to him yet, but I'm about to talk to him today, and that is Eddie Compass.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Gee, you got a lot happening. I'm going to have to stop in throughout the week.
All right, we can ready to take a break.
Oh, you don't want to see me all week.
Come
okay.
Anytime you want. When we come back, we got to talk to Aaron about what happened to him last week.
Ooh.
Word got everybody over here upset and worried about him, but we'll find out. More coming up, y'all. Everybody hold tight.
Where you at, everybody? It's Graylin Brian Banks.
And Kimber White Dupree.
From the front porch.
We are getting ready for the back porch happening on August 30th at Don Villavasso's on the Bayou.
Y'all know what time it is, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Of course, the VIP starts at 5, so if you in that number, be there, be square, because it's about to go down.
Many surprises in store, many giveaways ready. If you won't be in the place, I promise you are going to hate the recap on Tuesday.
Because we will talk about it. You can believe that. Because it's the front porch, y'all. The back porch meet and greet. This Saturday, 6 to 9, Don Villavasso's on the Bayou.
We see y'all there.
Welcome to Chemical of the Month by the community scientists at Rise St. James. This month, we spotlight phthalates, chemicals added to plastics, especially PVC, to make them more flexible and durable. But there's more. Research shows phthalates may disrupt hormones, affect reproductive health, and contribute to environmental pollution impacting our communities. Join us as we explore how these additives shape our everyday lives and the world around us. For more details, visit risestjames.org. Empower your knowledge with Rise.
Hi, this is Cary Grant. Let's elevate every Tuesday through Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. as we discuss the community, the country, and the world, from politics to current events and sports. We look forward to your input and continuing the quality programming on your community station, WBOK. Join us every Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. on Elevated Conversations, the Arnie and Cary Show.
The Historic New Orleans Collection presents a new exhibition open through June 7th, 2026. The Trail They Blazed. Built collaboratively with people who participated in the local civil rights movement, The Trail They Blazed presents stories of social and racial justice straight from the people who lived them. Listen to leaders tell their stories of resistance and persistence in their own voices, recorded by the Historic New Orleans Collection. Plan your visit to 520 Royal Street in the French Quarter and reserve your free tickets at hnoc.org today.
When you talk, we listen. WBOK. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron.
What's going on, my brother?
What's going on with you?
Man, I'm cool, man. What's happening? I'm Dr. Shepard.
What's going on, A.A. Ryan?
Oh, man, I'm chilling, man, you know. I'm just getting finished with our Red Bean Monday over here.
Yes.
By our community center under Baba Malik. You know, I heard everybody, was talking about, like with these Hurricane America, aka Katrina events. We have, and not your event, Dr. Shepard, because I already know how you coming already.
Thank you.
At the same time, too, not with you, sister, the rest of them, the other people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people out here in this city is getting a whole lot of credit, and they really don't deserve it. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
And the people that needs to get the credit, they are going unannounced. You know, a lot of times, we sit back and we have these personal relationships with certain people, right? And we tend to escape over the truth because of our personal relationships with them people. But we have to be honest with ourselves as well as the people. A lot of trauma went on in this city still to this day as it relates to Hurricane Katrina, especially how some of our leaders, so-called leaders, when Katrina happened, they left. And they left us here. You got people in the community right now like Baba Malik Rahim,
yes,
who was out here, while the so-called leaders of this city, some of them, they left. They got their families and left. But here you have Baba Malik Rahim was over here fighting off vigilantes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you really don't see him getting the recognition that he deserves. You know what I'm saying? Like say, the former president Joe Biden gave this man a Lifetime Achievement Award, and did half of the people on this radio show, or people that's listening, that's monitoring the show, they didn't even know that.
Right.
And that's a problem, especially when you have two leaders in Troy Carter as well as Freddie King from Algiers. You know what I'm saying? And the way he received the award from Joe Biden, the president, you feel me?
Right.
The way he received that through third and fourth parties, that's a shame.
Right.
Like for real, it's a lot of things that went on in the city that some people are afraid to talk about, like Operation Blackwater. You know what I'm saying? And that was a government-controlled operation. You dig? But you got a lot of people, getting all this recognition and praise for stuff they really wasn't a part of. They just came, after when the work was already done. And now it's, oh, look what I did. And you ain't did nothing because you ain't have a track record of doing nothing. So you can't possibly have done anything. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. We just got to, be careful who we take and give these microphones to and be listening to their truth because, that's why we as a community and our community look the way it looks.
I agree, brother.
And go ahead, sis.
Yeah, I agree. And of course. And I just wanted to say one other thing. So I want to make sure that people understand what you're saying, which is that we have a lot of our heroes who are actual heroes who don't get the recognition that they deserve. And everybody knows I have a huge heart for my hero, okay, Malik Rahim. And I just want to say what you too, G. You also have a big place in my heart as well.
I got your $20.
You're so silly. But I wanted to make sure I said that they understood. You were saying that he got a presidential award from President Joe Biden, and that he was not formally presented his Lifetime Achievement Award. He was basically handed it by somebody. Now, I also want to make sure that I say,
wait a minute,
over this weekend,
say that again?
I'll say it again. You see, that's why I resounded what he said, because President Joe Biden gave Baba Malik a Lifetime Achievement Award, and he was not formally given the award. He received the award through somebody, like somebody handed it to him.
So he wasn't there.
No, it's not that he wasn't there. You mean who? Biden?
Yeah.
Yeah, Biden wasn't there, but also he was not given the award by a representative, or there was no formal ceremony. Someone just handed him this Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. So, but I will also say, just so that you could know, brother, because we both have the same admiration for him and working with him, over this past weekend, Taproot gave him an award, Taproot was hosted. Okay, Freddie King gave him a award through City Council, and I believe it was him, and he recognized Common Ground, which is another thing. Malik wants to make sure that people understand the work that Common Ground as a collective did, as well as himself. So he received that. And I also just say that at the Katrina conference, we're also going to honor Malik on Saturday. So if you get a chance, then, feel free. Please come on out to the conference. However, I will also say this, just to kind of back up what you're saying and push it a little bit further. There's also something different between recognizing the work that they've done and providing funds for them to continue working. Because Malik is still doing, these more socialist formed programs that could really use funding. So he's doing things about collectively feeding the community. He has free red beans and rice Monday. He has a free health clinic. He has a free legal clinic that's operating out of that building. And while people are recognizing him, nobody's making sure that that building has the real funds to be able to run. And I think that those are the things that are more important, is that the people who have proven themselves, we need to make sure that we're giving them the resources that they need to continue to work and build.
Yep. And we also have a beautician shop ran out of here as well. Yes. And also, I want to go back to when you were saying about Councilman Freddie King. I want to show you about how these leaders mess over our people, our heroes, you dig? Now, that award what you was talking about with the councilman, why that was the wrong award that he was reading. The award that he presented to Baba Malik Rahim, the award was for somebody else. My turn, exactly. So these are the type of things that what I be talking about with these people that we call leaders. You know what I'm saying? If you're not taking, and listen, the reason why I'm so hard on Troy Carter as well as Freddie King, because they're from Algiers. Now, the rest of them, I give them a pass. Only the fact they not from Algiers. But when I can't have my house a mess and then come to y'all house and tell y'all how to run y'all house. That don't go like that. So by them two being in a leadership position and not doing what they're supposed to do by recognizing Baba Malik, that's a problem. And we wonder why the politics in the city is being the way that it's been. The sister that I will give credit to is Delisha Boyd, because Delisha Boyd is the only one that came over here. And not just came over here, but planted seeds over here. And not just came over here and planted seeds, but she stayed. You know how some people just come and they be rushing because they don't want nobody to see what's going on. Delisha Boyd parked in the parking lot. Now, check this out. I just told y'all that Freddie King read the wrong award at the place.
Oh,
right?
my God.
He sent somebody over here with the right award a couple of days ago, and the guy parked across the street at the store and walked from the store to the community center.
Wow.
So that's what I'm talking about. You know, some things it may seem like it's on accident, but when you look beneath the surface, right, that stuff be done on purpose, man, because, again, there is no way. We giving awards out to people and giving parades for people that come in 8th and 9th place. You hear me? 8th and 9th place. But yet this man laid his life on the line continuously. Still,
right.
He's at right now and still out here doing the work. But yet we giving TV shows, radio interviews to people that wasn't even here for Hurricane America, a.k.a. Katrina. I mean, what role did Mitch Landrieu play for Hurricane? He wasn't even the mayor then. You dig? But yet you turned TV on, his face all over. Yes, I did. Boy, you lying. Now we can talk about the stuff you did do, like when it comes to that concrete. But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. But what I'm saying is that, you know, us as a community, we have to stop waiting for other people to recognize our people. The ones that we have in our community, we need to do a better job in taking care of the ones that we have instead of waiting for the funeral to come and getting up there on the microphone with all them god doggone lies saying this and that and the third. Don't wait till you're not here no more. to where they can't receive they just do. Give them they just do while they here. You dig?
Ooh, I just went back and looked through my photos. I had a photo of the award and I blew it up and I see what you're saying about the wrong award.
We just received the award, and I was over here personally because I'm the one who opened the door for him. He was trying to come up in there, but man, listen, if you couldn't park over here, you have no business coming in here. Give me the award, and I'm going to take and give it to him. You know about playing type of games like that?
Yes, indeed. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. You know me. I'm doing good.
What's the latest out of your case out of Birmingham?
So I go to court next month on the 14th. But I mean, I'm not even worried about that because you know my life, my soul, everything about me is dedicated to Black liberation. Period. I'm not concerned about going to jail. I'm not concerned about no dying, none of that.
Well, this is the first time I heard about it. But I thank you for putting yourself out there and for sacrificing, like you said, for the cause of Black liberation. I would like to be able to hear more about this. I'm gonna have to holler at you.
Well, I can give you a quick rundown. So there was a little brother who was 17 years old. He was lynched, what some people call murdered, by the Alabama Homewood Police Department. I'm gonna be nice. So the brother, he was a college student. I forgot what actual college he went to, but him and his girlfriend, they got out of class. They went to the park. They were sitting in the park chilling, smoking some trees. You know what I'm saying? The police pull up on them. And when the brother got his phone out, because they told him to put his hands up, this, that, and the third, and the brother got his phone out, they just immediately shot. Before the brother died, his last words was, my brother, this is my cell phone. It's not no gun. They put more bullets in it.
Yeah. Hey, man, we got to break on this one because I got this news coming up. But, yeah.
All right. But
y'all know how to talk to each other.
Yeah.
So I already know y'all can get in contact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad you're safe, brother.
All right, my brother.
For sure.
Love y'all, man. Keep on doing what you're doing, Doc.
All
right.
Later.
All right.
Take care.
All right, folks. News is next. We'll be back. Have some more conversation. Ronald, hold on. We're coming back.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Misty Jordan with BIN News Now. Black House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries is hinting at the possibility of mobilizing redistricting efforts in more blue states. In an interview with CNN's State of the Union, Jeffries says Democrats will be ready if more Republican-led states aim to redraw maps in their favor.
We will continue to respond when necessary across the country. Right now, this has happened in Texas. California has responded. Let's see what comes next.
The Texas Senate approved a new congressional map that will likely give the GOP 5 more seats in the House. Friday marks the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Katrina remains one of the most devastating natural disasters in U.S. history. And the president and CEO of Essence Festival has officially resigned from her position. She joined Essence Ventures in June of 2020. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Did you hear that?
That's crazy.
The CEO of Essence Music Festival resigned.
Wow.
I'm mind blown.
I'm not.
After this year?
Surprised at all.
I'm not surprised.
After this year?
Yeah.
After this year. That's a good one. And then you got a national artist like Stephanie Mills writing a letter that everybody saw.
And a couple other ones too.
Saying how bad it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Wow.
So, all right, let's go back to the phones. Rondo, thanks for holding.
Thank you for taking my call. Good evening.
How you doing,
Good evening.
Sir? I'm doing great. I could tell you some stories about Katrina. I got hooked up. We just had a low power FM. Brother Malik had got some folks together. We moved a low power FM around the city. Common ground was met. The first meeting was down on St. Claude, and they moved over in Algiers. But I'm not one to beat my drum, but this is where I'm at. I just hate when we get on here and beat each other up so bad. I mean, we beat each other so bad. I had a white executive in this city said, why y'all do it to us so bad? Now, there was an incident happened. Folks went down to the meeting with the other folks. and was dragging their name, the white man had to say, why you got to talk like that? And then the sister stood and said, don't do them like that. We beat each other up for the least little thing, and we say, my. And I worked with Brother Malik for years and years. From the days, see, they showed the story on Channel 4 about the Black Panthers. They started in the St. Thomas Project, to St. Francis de Sales, to the Ninth Ward. And we all went around the city, went to in the desire. And there's a lot of things they taught us about self-pride. I just never get to the point where we beat each other up so bad. I'm not going to ever tell you I'm a revolutionary and then I'm going to talk about somebody real bad. And it's horrible. Our kids are listening. Everybody watching. I think we need to stop. We need to stop. This is horrible. You listen at this station, how we beat up our leaders. Whatever the case, you know why they lead us? Because we haven't done anything. We all are leaders. Step up to the plate. For whatever your desire to make this community better, step up and do something. But beating us up, it doesn't sound good. It's not good. It's not good for us as a people. We are hard on each other, but if you think that's bad, I just come from out of town the last weekend. You know what was thrown in my face, Gerard?
What's that?
You can't say the Cleveland Indians, can't say none of them other names, but you could also say the New Orleans Saints. You know what that emblem means. And that's been thrown in my face for the last 4 days. And it's just a shame where we are. You know, that's the conversation we need to have because you don't see the Cleveland Indians no more and the Washington Redskins no more. So how we have the branding line of the slaves painted on the helmet, and we all quiet, but we're beating up each other in this city. We're beating each other up terribly. And I ask the listeners, we need to stop that. We beating each other up hard. Look, I could disagree with your politics, but then what happens when I ask our young folks to listen to the station? I got 3 calls just a minute ago. Said the same thing. We hard on each other, and we killing each other. We doing each other. I mean, verbally doing it. You say the NAACP don't do anything. When you found out about their brother Ryan, I reached out to you, right, Gerard? I have 5 branches in the Mobile area, all throughout Alabama, waiting to find out to dispatch somebody over there. Bail money and lawyers. I hear nothing. Did I reach out to you, Gerard?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know Brother Walter from New Orleans over in Birmingham, right? Standing by, waiting on a call, soldiers in action.
Walter,
so one of the things happened. Huh?
You mean
yes,
Walter
Ronnie. He's running for school board in Birmingham as we speak. I think the election is next weekend. But we dispatched our people out. We ready. But, you know, as I hear all the time, the NAACP don't do nothing. No, we don't do nothing. Why don't you join and do something with us? We got a lot of work. I just asked some of the folks, meet me at some of these eviction courts and see what happens when folks paying rent for 3 months and the man in sold a house and the woman didn't even know. This is what we deal with. You can talk to any judge in this city. We work it out for our people, but I'm not going to beat my drum because I'm never going to beat it. But I say to the folks, I'm feeling some kind of way, stop beating us up. What kind of revolutionary activist you are? You doing it? I come out the 60s and the 70s. I had an issue with you. I talked to you. It wasn't their business. It wasn't their business, but we beating each other up like I don't know what, and it's terrible. So I don't call you a community leader. I call you a misleader. You're no different than what the FBI and the other things did when they brought in the revolution. They infiltrated. And what you did, they talked about each other, but everybody's suspicious of each other. He worked with the government. He do this and that. So what you have? Deception. So I'm begging so-called community activists, leaders, misleaders, whatever you call yourself, don't beat us up. You don't have to beat us up.
Well, hold on, Mr. Coleman. I can't let you do that because you're just calling.
You're
calling right behind Aaron, and I just want to say he does a lot throughout the community, and everybody has their roles. But I don't think that there's a problem with people being called out or being urged to do better. I hear what you're saying about having private conversations.
I'm not calling this brother out. Before we get to that point, I'm not calling him out.
Okay, I'm just saying with you calling behind him.
Well, it's unfortunate. Unfortunately, I called behind him. But as I say, you tell us talk to our youth. I have a lot of them listen to the station, and they hear some things that we say about each other. We grown. They're looking and watching us. We're doing a voter registration, 18 to 21 and 22 to 34. I could bring you up in Holly Grove and let you hear what the young brother saying, how we talk about each other. That's reality. I don't ever want to make it a thing with me and this brother on a different page because that's not where I'm at. If I got someone here around, I'll tell him. I would not do it, but don't make this that thing. And I'm not calling anybody up, but I'm saying in a general, we got to stop beating each other up so bad. That's just what I'm saying. Even in politics.
I can agree with the general statement. I still think that you have to hold people accountable as well.
Well, I'm good with that, but let it for the record. Let this not be that I have an issue or I'm directing anything at any one person or brother Aaron. I'm not doing it. But as I say, when you're in the leadership position, activists or whatever, you have a decorum. There's a certain amount of manner that you have to have. That's all I'm saying to you. Some things I can say and cannot say because in the position I am. Same thing with you and Gerard. And that's all I'm saying with us, because more folks are watching us than we even know. That's all I'm saying.
I got you. All right, Ronald.
All right. Thank you for taking my call. Keep up the good work.
All right,
Thank you, Mr. Coleman.
Let's see. Let's go to Houston. Dr. Sangika.
Good afternoon, Brother G and Dr. Shepard. How you all doing?
Doing well. How you doing, Doc?
Oh, I'm in a space right now. I've been out of action because I have had the loss of a son. Most recently, my firstborn child.
Oh no, we're so sorry. My condolences.
Yeah, you have our condolences.
Thank you. And my daughter is up in Boston, in the hospital. So I have been dealing with a lot of my personal life and trying to deal with a lot of family-related issues as a result. And so I have had to I've had to pay more attention to that aspect of life and living. And with the 20th anniversary of Katrina coming up, it was my desire and intent to be in New Orleans to remember that event. I'm not going to do that at this point. I'm going to anchor myself right here in Houston and try to deal with the personal aspects of my family life and my life. But I'm not going to forget what the experience of Katrina was and still is for me in my life, and how it devastated a dream that I had coming back from California after being there for 25 years, coming back home to New Orleans, which I left in 1980, and was coming back. I came back in 2004, but didn't last a year. But here come that bad girl named Katrina and just wiped me off the map. And I was not even able to come back to New Orleans because I had to keep going west. And couldn't come back east, if you all remember.
Yeah.
I-10 was shut down. And so I had to keep moving from Opelousas to the Cruciata Reservation, which is where I went and stayed there, my wife and I, for several days, along with the Glapion family and other families. And then I wound up going to Houston, which was not my intent. But I wound up going to Houston thinking that I would be able to get back to New Orleans soon. But that turned out to be an impossibility. Couldn't get back to New Orleans until late October to November. Lost my mother after being trapped in Charity for a whole week. She and my sister. She didn't last long after that. She became an ancestor. That's a bad memory. That's a painful memory of the Katrina days. But when I got back to my house, it was devastated. It was in St. Stephen City out there, by the way, off of Bullard and Morrison. And I was not able to come back home and had to basically get everything out of that house. I was still thinking of the possibility of coming back to that home, but St. Stephen's City actually wound up being sold to, I was told anyway, to a corporation. Some of us wanted to buy it. We tried to put a proposal together to buy it among a black group, but they instead sold it to someone else of a different hue, is what I was told. That was devastating in and of itself, and trying to find housing to come back to was not the easiest thing in the world because so much housing was damaged. The bottom line is that I wanted to come back home and never really was able to come back home when I wanted to come back home. But what I did instead was I commuted for 5 years. I commuted every week between New Orleans and Houston to teach at Dillard because I had made a commitment I wanted to end my career teaching at my alma mater. And I just got in the position when Katrina happened. I just had a class right before it happened. So I commuted for 5 years every week, every single week for 5 years, and finished my teaching tenure at Dillard. And I'm proud of what I did and students that I had and the courses that I taught. That was when we were going through the evaluation, the SACS evaluation at Dillard. And Dr. Shepard, you know about those things, and they are really muscular and difficult. But we got through, and we went on to the next step. But after 5 years, I was worn out coming back and forth every week. I was worn out. Still didn't see how coming back home was an option. In the meantime, Houston was offering opportunities for my wife, and they had offered us a free condo for a year that we wouldn't have to pay any rent, and that was very attractive, and that became a practical solution to the housing issue. And as we looked at coming back, we saw what was happening with the prices. The price markets were just out of the world, just totally out of the world, insanely crazy. And if you didn't have something secure, it wasn't easy to find something new. It was not the kind of market where you could find new housing. But if you had existing housing, you might have had a chance. But road home was not available to us. So it became difficult to come back. There's still 40,000 New Orleanians here in Houston, by the way. And they're doing okay. They've adjusted. Their children have adjusted to the schools. They've adjusted to jobs, to health care. And they've learned a little bit about how to navigate Houston after 20 years. But we are residents of Houston, but we're citizens of New Orleans and always will be. And that will never change for us. That will never change. So I just want to share with the listening audience, the pain of my own story of how I was not able to get back home and come back home and find a quality place to live for my wife and I, which I had, but was just taken right from underneath my feet. And I never was able to really come back and find something that I wanted. It was not the kind of market for one to come back into if you didn't already have something. It was just not that kind of market. But that is the direction of life sometimes, and you have to adjust to what you're confronted with, and that's what I try to do. But I listen to WBOK all the time, and that keeps me anchored.
Thank you, Dr. Sanyika, for sharing your story and for letting us know more about what's going on with you. I'm going to pray for you, and so that you can have strength for everything that you're dealing with your family, and my heart goes out to you.
We're praying for you, my friend.
Thank you for that, and any and all prayers, reflections, meditations, all of those things are appropriate and appreciated very much. But BOK keeps me grounded and keeps me in touch. This is specifically to the Front Porch and the reality show. Those are my two favorite shows to listen to, and that's what keeps me in contact with home. And I still have relatives there, but I tell everybody, you got to listen to BOK to know what's going on in the city. So I just wanted to share that with you all as we are approaching the 20th anniversary. A time to remember. It's a time to reflect. It's a time of sorrow and sadness, but it's a time for us to remember that it's our city, and we fought to stay in the city. The Citizen Bill of Rights, which the African American Leadership Project got passed, and it's in the book that was done by Dr. Beverly Wright and the economist. The environmental economist did a book, and they published the article that I wrote on the conditions of New Orleans before Katrina. And we had the Citizen Bill of Rights in that publication that we did get a chance to present before the city council, and policies to stay. And I want to just say, if people don't know and never understood, Ray Nagin made the difference for us coming home, because he not only did he say it was a chocolate city, but he did everything he could to make sure that we could come back to the city of New Orleans. And
he's going to be with us on Friday, by the way.
That's good to hear because he needs to be commended. If I don't get to say hello to him, please extend my deepest regards and wishes and well-being for he and his family. Because he was heroic in our ability to come back, no matter what he did in his first term. But when it came to this, he stood tall. He stood tall. He stood above the fray, and made sure that we could get back home. And to this day, I appreciate him for all that he did to be the difference maker that he was. And I just wish that we were able to penetrate those economic pores that allow them to siphon all the money out for themselves and leave us still begging for what's left. I wish we could just turn that around. I just wish so deeply that we could turn that around. And
well, listen, my friend, I do appreciate everything because I got to take these other calls. Everybody holding on here before we get to our break.
Very good. I know you do, and I appreciate you allowing me to share and allowing me to have this time with you all. But I just wanted you all to know where I was in my life and why you haven't heard from me in a bit.
Yeah.
But I hear from you every day.
Well, God bless you.
And,
tell your wife I said the same. All right. My condolences, and we shall talk soon. Stay strong, my friend.
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much.
All right.
All right.
We'll
Peace
talk soon.
And love.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cedric.
Hello.
Hey, man. What's
How
up?
are you doing?
This is the ruthless man. This is the guy that starts all the problems.
Yes, but before I say anything, to Dr. Sanika, I pray your and your wife and your family's continued strength. Yes. We thank you for what you do and how you impart it into us. And now we're sending positive love, positive vibrations from New Orleans to you and your family, your wife in Houston. So thank you for what you do for us. And we are sorry for y'all loss. Mm-hmm. Now I'm ready for your interrogation.
All right there, young man. As I saw you as I'm driving up, I'm getting out of my car, and I hear some shouting outside. Not on the inside, but the outside. There's some fake BBD stuff. I said, who in the world is that? I'm walking closer and getting closer, and then I see Cedric.
Oh, yeah.
He said,
first and foremost, hello, Dr. Shepard. Hello, Gerod, and to our listening audience. I don't ever want people to be on my side because my name is Shedrick Roy. I do want people to be on my side because I try to be righteous and transparent. OBDEC had their mayoral forum as well as the sheriff's forum, but I wasn't allowed to see the sheriff's forum. And after the mayoral function, I stood up and asked or said, I wish that Helena Moreno addressed the racist emails. I said it again. Mm-hmm. I wish that the racist emails would have been addressed. And then from there, Miss Alicia Plummer said, he's out of order, get him out of here. I then responded, this is my home. You can't kick me out of my home. I'm a former student by the president 2 years in a row. And I said, I will kick myself out. I'll excuse myself. Again, I wish the racist emails in the Moreno campaign would have been addressed. And then as I looked to the section where her people were sitting, I said, especially by the black people in her campaign. I walked outside and Ms. Moreno and her people were standing. I said, you really need to address these emails. Black people need to know. And for anybody to get mad at me for saying that as a black man on a historically black college campus in which I helped to fight for the merger not to be with UNO, in which I helped to fight to get the TOPS program scholarship funded by the state, nobody wasn't going to tell me Jack malarkey.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's good.
And now I'm ready for whatever you all may have to ask me.
No, I was understanding what you were asking.
When did the racist email? I didn't, I'd be gone.
Mm-hmm. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. And this is the thing. Because Helena Moreno is media's perhaps candidate. The only station that's talking about it is WBOK. And Gerard, if I'm lying, may you stop me from calling here ever again in life. What happened was business owner Bill Hemmick, a fundraiser for the Helena Moreno campaign, sent out an email as to we hear that someone in the Duplessis campaign is calling white people white devils.
Mm-hmm.
But that did not happen.
Okay. I heard that.
He even acknowledged in the email, well, they known for doing it, but we really don't know. But this is where it hit the fan, Dr. Shepard.
Mm-hmm.
He sent the email to him, Helena Moreno, and her PAC, Political Action Committee organization, to cause white fear to raise more money for her. But he made a mistake and emailed Royce Duplessis. Now, because of this, the Duplessis for Mayor campaign has a lawsuit because I believe it's unethical to do certain things toward other campaigns.
Right.
So the only news media outlet that's talking about that is WBOK.
Okay.
And all I'm saying as an agent of transparency, and Gerard, who talked about his domestic violence on WBOK. Matter of fact, when I was having my crisis, WBOK helped me through it as someone who talks about his DUI. And no, Helena Moreno did not help me with nothing. Because that's the rumor that a certain person is putting out there. No. Be transparent. People deserve to know. If we could talk about Oliver Thomas and his vacation, then we can talk about what's going on with her. We need to talk about when she was the state representative of District 91 of Avery Alexander's, but you gave your Tulane scholarship to a business person's son in Jefferson Parish. People need to know.
Oh, my. Every time you call in, I hear more and more about that woman and her background.
All right, Cedric, we got to take the break, too. I appreciate you, though, boss. But
y'all have a good one. People, don't be fooled. Yeah. Learn. Don't take my word for it. Learn. Y'all have a good one.
All right,
you too.
More coming up in a minute, y'all. Miss Alice Craft Kearney is holding on. Hold on. We're coming right back with more.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Cities across the country are struggling to provide affordable housing, but New Rochelle, a city just a train ride away from Manhattan, is working on a new approach that's bolstering affordable places to live. Led by Mayor Yadira Ramos-Herbert, the New Rochelle model is responsible for adding over 4,500 new housing units, with an additional 6,500 units on the way. Mayor Ramos-Herbert spoke to Bloomberg about how the city is using public-private partnerships and more to make it all happen.
We worked with the community here. What do you want to see in New Rochelle? And through our public-private partnership, we've enhanced plazas, we've brought murals, we've increased EV charging stations, we've bought a black box theater right to our main street, we're opening parklets. And so really working together, providing assurances to developers, everybody essentially wins. Never mind that rents are actually holding steady and actually decrease the median rent.
Mayor Ramos-Herbert is the first woman and first person of color to become mayor of New Rochelle. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Lowe's knows tough jobs call for tougher tools. The new DeWalt Elite Series power tool accessories are built to last for the pro who doesn't stop. With precision fitment, durability, and impact resistance, finishing jobs faster has never been easier. Shop the new DeWalt Elite Series at an everyday low price exclusively at Lowe's. We help, you save.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
On Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, here's a snippet of some of what we cover. GPS pioneer Gladys West.
We worked long hours computing trajectory orbits and satellite orbits, trying to get the data and everything correct enough.
Auto analyst Mark Bland.
14 new vehicle deals that happen in this country out of every 100 that women don't have a fingerprint on.
To tune in, check out Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, Saturdays at 4 p.m. on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Arnie Filko. Let's elevate every Tuesday through Thursday from 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. as we discuss the community, the country, and the world, from politics to current events to sports. We look forward to your input and continuing the quality programming on your community station, WBOK. Join Carrie and I every Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. on Elevated Conversations, the Arnie and Carrie Show. See you soon.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. Dr. Shepard is in the building.
Hello, folks.
And we got Alice Craft Kearney with us. Hey, Miss Alice.
Hello, Gerard. Hi, Dr. Shepard.
Hi, Miss Alice. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Just a few comments, but first I did want to extend my deepest sympathy to Doc about the loss of his son.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did want to tell you a little bit about Malik Rahim. He doesn't, how could they say, he doesn't toot his own horn, but
No.
I will tell you that the reason the lower Ninth Ward was able to come back was because of Malik.
Come on.
We, for the most part, I believe most of the folks who experienced Katrina were traumatized. And, we weren't even thinking ahead to the possibility of folks green spacing us or trying to take the property in the lower Ninth Ward. But I thank God that Malik had that foresight. And before we got back, Malik was down there occupying the lower Ninth Ward with a bunch of students. And what I said, and the people didn't look like us. I mean, he had young people from all over coming down to assist us. And those young people were on their bikes, giving us flyers to tell us about Common Ground at the Blue House on Desalon. Was a hub that we could go to get more information, where we could get tools from their tool lending library. We could get disinfecting materials to clean the houses, and labor, folks to come and actually help you to do that, to gut your home. It's very difficult to go into your home and look at everything that you had, all your memories, and say, I'm just going to clean it out. Those young people were there, and when I tell you they were a godsend, they were. Now, I'm not going to tell you about what I heard. This is what I know.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? And so Malik also had the foresight to get some computers so that these young people could help the folks apply, do whatever they needed to do with, as far as taking care of their business. Because, you're talking about people who didn't have computers, people who weren't computer literate, and everything they were saying, go to www. It was a tremendous service that he provided for us down there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And in addition, we had meetings, community meetings, that allowed us to come together to determine how we were going to plan the lower Ninth Ward and make it better than it even was before. Without his assistance, I don't know where the lower ninth ward would be.
Yes, ma'am.
Because they provided that space. But I didn't. I just had to chime in about Malik. I have nothing but good things to say about him. And what I will tell you is that there were plants, and I know it for a fact, that they will sit here to try and find out and probably try and prevent us from moving forward.
Yes, ma'am.
Look up the name Brandon Darby.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all I have to say. So, even though folks do good and you try and do good, your government is always looking to see if they can dig up some dirt on you. That's all I got to say.
Well, while you walking out and getting ready to say that's all you got to say, I got to throw you some kudos too for those who don't know. Several years ago, when we had all of our folks down in the lower ninth ward who were saying we're not getting city services, my streets and my area looking like a jungle because they couldn't get nobody to cut the grass. This lady here got her whole nursing team together. When we had all these men and women that got together, we brought bulldozers, bobcats, tractors with bush hogs on the back of them, and she brought her whole nursing team because the area we were in, it was hot. It was 90-some degrees out there. We cut just the whole area of the little ninth ward. Miss Alice brought her nurses out there and walked and also drove through the areas where we were working to make sure that nobody got hurt.
Well, I'm going to have to call it in because I got a question about trying to get some nurses in a hot event. So, Miss Alice, I'm going to give you a call. Okay, I see.
And I just want to add one more thing. There would not have been health care services if it was not for Malik, because Malik's organization, Common Ground, was our fiscal sponsor for the Lower Ninth Ward Health Clinic until we could get our own 501c3.
Yes, ma'am.
And they also gave us seed money, helped us to renovate Patricia Berryhill's home so that we could use it as a clinic. So, like I said, for me, it's been a win-win situation being associated with Malik, and I am forever thankful because we were able to open the Lower Ninth Ward Health Clinic because of his assistance, and I thank him for that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for calling in and giving that testimony. I feel like I have other things that I would want to bounce off what you said, but Gerard is telling me we got to take other callers. So thank you, Miss Alice. But also, we're going to be honoring Malik at the Katrina 20 conference over at Xavier University on Saturday. We start at around 12. I think we might be honoring him around 1 o'clock-ish or so. So feel free to come on out to our university center. That's on Saturday the 30th from 12 to 6.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Alice. Thank you, dear.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Celeste? Celeste?
Oh, good afternoon, Gerard and Dr. Shepard.
Good afternoon.
Yes, first of all, I want to say my condolences to
Dr. Sanyika
and his family. I said I love listening to him. I said when he speaks, he has such a calming influence. It kind of calms me down.
Yes.
But the next thing I wanted to address, I wanted to say really kudos to all the community leaders. All of us might not be out there, actively, but, we can support them in other ways. And that's what I was calling in, the NAACP, Gerod, Malik. So what I would like to suggest, maybe, when they come on, because that's what I thought Gerod was going to do today. Gerod was going to be talking about, some type of fund, maybe, where callers could maybe send in contributions to assist in the same thing with the NAACP or whoever, when they come on, if they would give like their email addresses, whatever, for audience to be able to support them financially. And that's what I want to suggest.
Thank you, Miss Celeste. I'll at least make sure that we wind up hooking up Malik with a way to be able to receive contributions. So thank you for that.
Okay. All right. Thank y'all.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, T-Bone.
Good evening. How y'all doing?
Good evening, T-Bone. How you?
All right. I know y'all talking about stories with Katrina. I done told mine a lot on here, so I'm going to tell a little different perspective. So those of us that were already out of town, not evacuated, but had already relocated somewhere else prior to Katrina, experienced this a lot. And I don't think that perspective gets told a lot. What we got a lot was, oh, you from New Orleans. Why these people didn't just leave? Why they just didn't drive out? Why they stood? Why they did this? Why they did that? I even had a coworker try to come at me from a political perspective because he was a staunch conservative. And he was like, look at the black people. They're stealing stereos and TVs. And white people are stealing bread and water. And I was like, that's not a clear picture. You're looking at one part of town. And those brothers are out the project. Now, I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying that's what they were doing. But by the same token, we also got into this debate over these people, when he saw people that was drowning or in the water, and he wanted to make it political. I was like, let me tell you something. Look at these people. It has nothing to do with Republican, Democrat, or any other party. This is a human issue. So I'm going to say this. Shouts out to all the humans that actually did the right thing during Katrina. Okay? White, black, yellow, brown, purple, whatever your color was. I tried to do the right thing with my extended family. I had 13 people in a 2-bedroom apartment, and my wife was expecting my daughter. She's going to make 21 next month. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to those people. And heaven forbid, another disaster, whether it hit here or somewhere else happen, that you forget to be human. You were made a human being by the God of all, the never-ending being. Be human first. Forget all these politics, and he will reward you in the end. That's my 2 bits on it, y'all.
You got you.
Thank you, T-Bone.
All right.
All right, T-Bone. Yesterday, we went out to, first of all, I got to send a shout out to Pastor Manning. Because he spoke yesterday. I told him, I said yesterday, he was, of course, we know he's running for office. But he was out there yesterday, and he went to church, and he spoke. And I think he's one of the most eloquent speakers to say that he is a preacher, but he's also running for office. But he came out with a suit on in that heat.
Ooh.
I was sweating like a daggone hostage in Iraq. I was like, I know you hot. I know you hot.
Oh, my gosh.
But I got a chance to meet this lady yesterday.
Sweating like what?
A hostage in Iraq. I got a chance to meet this lady yesterday.
Or in Israel.
Miss Deborah.
Don't say that.
No.
Don't go there.
Oh, Lord. They
you don't want me to say the
they
idea?
already picketing outside.
Okay. Say that again. Who you want to give shout out to? I'm sorry.
So I was talking, and I see this lady, and she's on a desert. See there? You thought I was playing.
I know you for real.
That's Miss Deborah.
Hi, Miss Deborah. How you doing?
Hey, sweetie, I'm fine.
So I'm sitting there yesterday, and I'm standing in front of this truck that has a trailer on the back of it, And it's one of those you walk up and you can order snowballs and all of this other stuff. And I'm reading the truck, and she said, what can I help you with? I said, I need one of them snowballs.
Mhm.
And she made me a pina colada. You know I'm gonna tell it. You know I'm gonna tell it.
Oh no, not the pina colada.
She made me a pina colada snowball. It was so good. I was trying to tell her, I was like, "Yo, ice is the bomb," and then her flavoring was great. I said, Miss Deborah, that's gonna be your hot seller today. And she had like how many flavors you had? At least 10 flavors.
Yeah.
I said, Miss Deborah, that's gonna be your hot seller today.
Mm-hmm.
She said, no, the mango gonna be. I said, all right, you gonna see. So I ain't going nowhere. I just stood by. Everybody came up. We started talking. I said, so what you ordering?
Pina colada.
What? Say it again.
Pina colada.
And I just look at Miss Deborah. I told you. And then the kids started coming up. What you ordering?
Pina colada.
Yep, that was very, very good.
I tell those people not to tell them if snowballs were good. I told them to tell them they were yucky.
But they're excellent. I was like very impressed. I was very impressed. You know, if I'm talking about somebody's snowballs and I'm impressed, I don't really do snowballs. But it was so hot yesterday, and I looked at the ice that she was making. And
it was
then
like
the
a
flavor.
good kind of
That's
soft ice.
Yeah, boy. Hit you where it hurt on a hot day.
Where these snowballs at again?
So, Miss Deborah, what is the name of your business?
My business is spacewalk, snowballs, and all.
And you go anywhere, huh?
I go everywhere. Wherever the people need me, I'll go to them.
And anybody can order your services. I'm gonna say it that way because I saw that great big old block of ice you had too. I was like, good Lord. So where you headed next? I need everybody to try your snowball.
Oh my God! I'll be at Carr Senior High tomorrow between 11 and 2.
Between 11 and 2 at Carr.
That's yeah.
And Algiers.
Yeah.
And
the girl is running for she's a freshman and she's running for Miss Freshman, and her parents got me to go and do some chips and cheese and not snowballs, and so hopefully she'll win.
You about to help her win.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
I'm coming over between 11 and 2.
11 and 2, baby.
I'm gonna be holding my sign. What's her name?
What's the little girl name?
Terry, I'm going to be holding up my sign. Vote for Terry. I need a pina colada. That's nice. All right.
Oh, boy.
I just wanted to tell you thank you yesterday for that because I look like all the kids, but the grown folks as well had a good time.
Yeah. I think they enjoyed it.
All right. So can we give out your telephone number?
Sure. 504-512-4460 number.
504. 512-4460.
60. Been having that number 50 years.
Wow. Wow.
Same number.
All right, so when you call it, you better have a touch tone phone, or they need to have a rotary phone.
Oh, my.
Oh, boy, we had beepers back then, remember?
Yes, indeed. They need to beep you then. They need to beep you. Ms. Deborah, thank you so much. I got to go into my commercial set here, but I appreciate you.
Okay, my baby. You all have a good evening.
You too.
I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully.
We coming.
Okay. All right.
All right, y'all. More coming up. Everybody hold tight.
AURN News.
I'm Ebony McMorris. Kilmar Albrego Garcia, the immigrant at the center of Trump's immigration crackdown, was arrested again after reporting to an ICE officer in Bowie. His lawyers say the administration now plans to deport him to Uganda, a country he has no ties to, despite Costa Rica offering to take him legally. Albrego's case has become a flashpoint. Earlier this year, he was mistakenly deported to El Salvador, despite a judge's order saying he faced a well-founded fear of violence there. The government eventually brought him back, only to hit him with federal smuggling charges. Prosecutors then go to plea deal, serve time, then go to Costa Rica. He refused, saying he won't plead guilty to a crime that he did not commit. Now his lawyers are fighting in federal court to stop what they call a campaign of retribution. For these stories and more, go to AURN.com or follow me across social media at Ebony McMorris.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
The indictment of our mayor, LaToya Cantrell, of course, is a black eye for the city of New Orleans. The indictment reverberated across the country, even making international headlines. The mayor's fall from grace has generated mixed reactions from citizens and political leaders. Some are sympathetic. Incredibly, others appear to gloat. Some have been serving up jokes and sarcastic emojis on social media. I have no interest or use for the jokes and the sarcasm. You can miss me with that. I take no solace in the downfall of our mayor. I am saddened for Cantrell and her family, especially her teen daughter, and for the citizens of New Orleans. Mayor Cantrell is the first New Orleans mayor to be indicted while still in office. That, of course, shines a negative light on the Crescent City. The federal indictment alleges that Mayor Cantrell and her bodyguard, police officer Jeffrey Vappy, engaged in an intimate and romantic affair using taxpayer dollars to hide their opportunities to get to know each other better, then lying to federal investigators and the grand jury about it. If true, this represents a sordid tale of indiscretion and poor judgment, which in and of itself is not a crime. Some have criticized the indictment, saying it's an overreach on the part of federal prosecutors. They argue that the feds are simply trying to punish the mayor for having sex with one of her police bodyguards while married to other people. Prosecutors say the case is not about romance and sex. The evidence, photographs and text messages that they say prove a willful conspiracy to hide the relationship. Cantrell now faces 11 counts of fraud, conspiracy, and obstruction related to the time that she and police bodyguard Jeffrey Vappy spent together using taxpayer dollars to fund their travel and official city clock time when they were actually sharing personal activities. In the end, though, it all boils down to how this will play out before a jury. Which scenario are jurors likely to believe? The verdict must be unanimous. Is it criminal conduct or just a case about sex? This is Norman Robinson, Off the Top.
Attention, WBOK listeners. Are you a fan of the station and want to show your support in style? Well, we've got some exciting news for you. Introducing the official WBOK merchandise, the perfect way to wear your love for the station. Whether you're a longtime listener or a new fan, we've got something for everyone. Head to WBOK1230.com now and grab your WBOK gear before it's gone. When you buy WBOK merch, you're not just getting quality items, you're supporting the station you love.
Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor. We're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Every Friday at noon on WBOK.
Marking 20 years since Hurricane Katrina.
Tell me what would happen if today was the last time you heard that drum beat or that trumpet blow. For those who struggle to get out and those who still struggle to get back, you are welcome to this place called home. If you remember, come home.
Share your story. Support the work. August 24th through 31st. A series of cultural, educational, and healing events. Visit katrina20.org to learn more.
Fresh produce, local flavor, and a healthy you. New Orleans East Hospital is hosting a farmers market the last Wednesday of every month from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Join us in the parking lot across from the main entrance. Support local farmers and your wellness. We'll see you there.
Hello, I'm Gary Clark. Please tune in to Dr. Clark 101, The Living Classroom, which is broadcasted weekly every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. on WBOK 1230 a.m. on your dial. And as always, it's been a pleasure.
This year marks 20 years since Hurricane Katrina changed our city and our schools forever. New Schools for New Orleans is sharing After the Storm, a special series reflecting on the past 2 decades of change and progress in public education. Through videos, personal stories, and a powerful interactive timeline and data dashboard, we explore how our schools recovered, transformed, grew, and what that progress means for our students today. Discover the videos, data, resources, and stories behind the 20 years of change at newschoolsforneworleans.org/Katrina20.
From the East Bank to the West Bank, WBOK is what New Orleans is talking about. WBOK.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. Welcome back. A few more minutes we got left here. You want to talk about this environment thing. What is happening with the environment in Louisiana with all of this stuff blowing up and leaving soot and tar and everything everywhere, and it seems to be getting all over, and the fire's not out.
The fire is still not out. It's still burning. They said air quality is good. I would want to put some meters out just to see. Yeah. And also they have a website that in some places of the city there are meters out called Purple Air. So I would want to check on Purple Air. I just thought of that to see the quality of the air. But I mean, if not now, then when will we hold them accountable for clean air, water, and land? If not now, then when? If these polluters are going to be blowing up and blowing things into the air, if we're about to wind up with this data center that's going to take all of this energy, that energy is going to have to put out more natural gas, which is also bad, which means more fracking, which means making it an environmental risk to earthquakes. If all of this is going to take place, we need more accountability. Why are people allowing this governor to make these policies that's going to wind up leaving Louisiana dry, hot, and polluted?
All I got to do is say more money and jobs.
Yeah, but the money and the jobs only last. First of all, they said some of those jobs are going to be remote jobs. So they're not even going to go to the people here. They're going to be remote jobs that people can work from a distance. So it's not really going to give that many jobs. And regardless, if it only gives an impact for one generation and the environmental harm can last several, then we need to have more actual accounting for environmental impact. I was at a Taproot organization earlier, and they said, look, the only reason why they brought the data center here is because they know that they can mistreat workers, they could pay them low, that you can't collectively bargain, and that you can do all kinds of environmental pollution and waste. And that's the reason why it's here. In addition to all of the tax credits that we gave them, and we're already one of the poorest states inside the nation. It's absolutely ridiculous. And when they voted on it, they only had about 3 activists inside of the whole building that started talking back to them, telling them it was a shame, and shame on you. We need to have a bigger movement to make sure that we're not left dry and polluted by the time that center is up and running.
All righty then. Say how you really feel.
That is. I wish we had more time. I would have made it the whole show.
Okay. We got to go.
We do. We do. And I hope that people will wind up coming out to our conference, the Katrina 20 conference at Xavier on Saturday, August 30th from 12 to 6.
And there you go, folks. Dr. Shepard.
Yes.
Always good.
It's always good, G.
Oh, you don't even need me in here.
I do. I always need you.
No, you don't.
I always need you, G. We a team. We like a buddy cop movie.
I'm not showing up next week.
Uh-oh.
You're going to be able to handle this by yourself.
Uh-oh. I guess I'm not showing up next week.
That's going to wrap things up for us, folks. We appreciate everybody for being a part of the conversation. We'll see you on tomorrow.
See y'all.